Good evening. Welcome to Channel 5 Action News. I'm your anchor, Garrett Rask.
I'm your co-anchor, Tyler Colley.
Today's top story, cells. More specifically, cell division, which happens in two main phases, mitosis and cytokinesis. Now, mitosis happens in four phases in itself, the first being prophase. This is the longest phase of mitosis. It covers around 60%. During prophase, the cell's chromosomes become visible, and the nuclear envelope breaks down, and spindles form at opposite poles of the cells. In late prophase, the chromosomes begin to migrate towards the cell center. Now, Mr. Colley, what other phases are there in mitosis?
But there's also something called metaphase. And it's interesting you would talk about the spindles, because in metaphase, the spindles are actually fully developed, and the chromosomes align at the metaphase plates. The chromosomes also move randomly until they attach to the polar fibers from both sides of their centromeres.
Golly! That's just neat!
That is so fascinating.
Before we move on to our anchor, or our field reporter, that is Cody McNatt, I'd like to remind you that Channel 5 Action News does not take place in any shameless product placement.
Brought to you by
Nike. Cody.
Whenever you're ready.
My name is Cody McNatt from North Korea, and I'm going to be talking about anaphase. In anaphase, the paired chromosomes separate and begin moving to opposite ends of the cell. Spindle fibers that are not connected to each other elongate and lengthen. Back to you.
Wow, Cody, that sure is interesting. That anaphase is really something else, isn't it, Tyler?
That really is.
Yeah. Breaking news. A smuggler's truck has crashed on the highway, causing a huge traffic jam. Careful. Alright, so I believe we have something else with our weatherman, Timothy Ballman. He's going to walk us through it. Tim?
Yeah. Final stage of mitosis. Should I say thank you, Garrett or Tyler? And now on to
Say thank you, guys. Go ahead.
thank you, guys. The final stage of mitosis is telophase. In telophase, the chromosomes, which were distinct and condensed, begin to dispense into the tangle of dense material. Also, a nuclear envelope forms around each cluster of chromosomes. Then the spindles begin to break apart, and a nucleolus becomes visible to each daughter nucleus. And mitosis is, however, isn't complete until cytokinesis happens.
This telophase thing is really interesting, isn't it?
It is.
And the cytokinesis, I want to know a bit more about it. So tell me, Tim, when exactly does cytokinesis start?
Well, so as you can tell in telophase, how it is already starting to be pinched or separating, that cytokinesis is already happening. So, cytokinesis is happening when telophase happens.
Boy, Tim, that was sure something, alright? That was amazing. I learned a lot about telophase and cytokinesis. It just blew my mind. Did it for you?
It's very insightful.
It really was. And Tim, you're a valued employee, and we appreciate your dedication to the company.
You're fired.
Well, join us next week where we send our... You're fired. Join us next week where we send Cody McNatt out to Hungary. Well, maybe he should check the fridge. I was really rushing to get that pun out. But can you blame me? I guess I ran out of puns. Well, anyways, please don't acknowledge the fact that you're just watching a biology report, a bunch of high scores, and how terribly acting has been throughout this program, and that's only going to get worse from here. But until then, you stay classy, biology. From all of us here at Channel 5 Action News, Garrett Rask.
Timothy Bowman.
Cody McNabb.
We bid you a good night.
Good night, America.
Good night, America.
Remember, never fall victim to shameless product placement. Now, running my Nike shoes.